This video has been made possible by RSH E-Sport Company. Check more about it in the description below. What's up guys, it's me Janne here, back again for another video, and in today's video we will be having the battle of forts. Well, two forts that both have some significance to the number 4. Continuing with the numbers wank theme from Learn for Drive Rally, really. In today's video I will be putting against each other the Group 4 Ford Escort Mk2 and Rally 4 Ford Fiesta. And both cars will get 3 runs through the lock art stage, and then we will see which one of them is faster. But without further ado, let's hop on and see a bit more about the cars that we're using today. Now this is a car that doesn't need any introduction within rallying fans. This is the Ford Fiesta Rally4. It's got 210 brake horsepower and it weighs 1280 kilos. It's got a front wheel drive and 5 gears operated with a sequential gearbox. This car was the junior WRC car in 2021, and so it's a rather low on the rallying pyramid, so to say. It's the second lowest step at the moment in the rallying pyramid, with Rally 1 being the highest of all, and then it's Rally 2, Rally 3, and this is the Rally 4. Now let's compare the cars between one another. Here we can see the slight differences of the cars. The Richard Benz Rally version of the Mk2 Escort is from the year 1978, and the Rally 4 Fiesta is from 2021. The Escort has more power, as it has got 260 brake horsepower, while the Fiesta Rally 4 only has 210 brake horsepower. In Richard Benz Rally, the Mk2 Escort is also lighter by 100 kilos, but then it loses to the Rally 4 Fiesta due to its gearbox selection. It's got a manual 5-speed gearbox, while the Rally 4 Fiesta has a sequential 5-speed gearbox. And the Rally 4 Fiesta is front-wheel drive, while the Mk2 Escort is a rear-wheel drive car. And yeah, let's remind us once more that the Escort Mk2 is or was one of the most successful rally cars of its day, while the Fiesta Rally 4 is now not even used for junior WRC rallying anymore, because it wasn't deemed like a good enough car. Or well, the Rally 3 Fiesta was deemed a better car for junior rallying. So it's a rather entry-level car these days. But now let's hop on to the stage and see how the cars handle it. Alright, here we are at the start line with the Mk2 Escort, and yeah, let's see what this bad boy can do here in lock art.
Go. Medium right, opens, turning. Easy lift, over crest.
Quite a bit of wheel spin off the line, but that is given on these rear-wheel drive cars. And despite most people associate rear-wheel drive cars with fat slides in rallying, can't really go like full sideways on every corner. The momentum still needs to be forward. And I think it's something that some people struggle a bit with rear-wheel drive cars. They don't realize that they I mean, I'm not saying that people are stupid, but I think they have too dominating idea of rear-wheel drive car equals slides, and that is not the case. Although it is definitely the most slidiest out of the 3 drive types that there are in rallying, especially these older rear-wheel drive cars. Love this car. And yeah, some of you most likely have already noticed that I'm operating 3 pedals while I'm driving. That is because I want to drive this accurately to the real versions of this car. how it was driven back
Right, cut 50.
in the 70s and the 80s. Even if I do seem to miss some gears now and then.
Medium left, cut over crest 120.
But that means that I can't just dedicate my
Medium left, cadence 30.
right foot to the accelerator and
Square bumps 40.
left foot just to the
Easy left 40.
brake either. But I need to
Opens 50. Long easy
use a bit of both on both of pedals and then use the left one for the clutch
70.
as well. Because this is such an old car. And then on top of that it has a 900-degree steering rotation from lock to lock as well. So there's plenty of stuff to do that will keep you very busy while driving. And for that reason I consider this to be a very much of a driver's car. For that reason, well, all old cars with age pattern, gearboxes and requirement for clutch. So it very much does feel like a small workout when you drive this car for longer periods. And one of the more important techniques on this car is, while driving this car, is heel and toe. Basically you need to heel and toe on every downshift unless you want to have the rear kick out. Most of the brakings you need to heel and toe. But there will be, for example, the hairpin that's coming up soon, where I won't flip the throttle, and that will be on purpose, and there as well. That is to lock the rear wheels and get some rotation to the rear of the car in order to turn the car in better onto the corner. So it's kind of acts like a small tap of a handbrake, but it doesn't stall the engine at all. So it's a neat technique that you might want to learn if you are to drive old rear-wheel drive cars. It's not as much present even in the modern rear-wheel drive cars in real life, because they have some fancy electronics taking care of the throttle blips, so you don't have to do it. But here on this classic we still need to do the throttle blipping ourselves, unless we want to shift lock the car like that in order to get it rotated and flat slide over the line. And that is the run of the Ford Escort Mk2. I know I've given it my everything. Alright, here we are at the start line with the Fiesta Rally4, the modern challenger on this video. And off the line we go. And we can see immediately in comparison to the Escort that the I don't know if sound palette is the right word, but the sounds are, in my opinion, a bit more duller, just quite low frequency rumble. So not too much to my liking, but what can you do? And yeah, unlike with the Escort, I don't need to use clutch for shifting now, as this car has sequential gearbox, meaning that when I pull towards myself, I shift up, and when I push away from myself, I shift down. And no clutch is needed, it is operated automatically already. So it is very, very easy. You can dedicate left foot to the brake and right foot to the throttle. And despite of that slide, usually these cars are somewhat dull to drive First off, because of that
K-right, cut 50.
lack of edge pattern and needing to clutch in and all that.
Cut over crest
So
120.
it's rather simple to drive these cars.
Medium left, tightens 30. Medium right, tightens
And,
square bumps 40.
Secondly, because it's a front-wheel drive car
Easy
and a
left, 40.
rather low-powered one as well, it is not really like
K-left opens 50.
good to do massive slides because it's killing the momentum, and with this sort of a low power car, it will take longer to gather up the momentum than with the higher power four-wheel drive car. In that sense, this is a good like introduction to modern rallying, in that sense that modern rallying is very rarely about slides, and it's just more about being neat and efficient with your driving, unlike I'm being here with those idiotically fat slides for this car. But yeah, it's a good beginner car. I wouldn't say the same for the Escort. It's quite a handful unless you know what you're doing. But this is very simple. And also, as if you slide, get sideways, you just need to press the throttle in order to straighten the car again. So it's very simple on that front as well. You don't have to worry too much about the use of throttle with this car, as usually you can either left foot brake your way into making the car turn more, or then you can lift and left foot brake in order to get the car rotated. So yeah, quite easy in that sense to drive. But of course, just like with any rally car, when you're like really gunning for the best fastest times, nothing is easy. It can get like very demanding to get the last tenths and hundredths out of the stage time on these ones. And like I said, it punishes quite a bit from overdriving as well, as those fat slides do kill the momentum quite efficiently as well. And we are off. Not quite off, but almost. Lost maybe a second there. Maybe a second there. And that is the run done. That is the Ford Fiesta Rally4 for you. And now let's take a look at the results. And now that the runs are done, I'd like to point out that maybe I lost a few seconds on the Fiesta on those two corners where I slid a bit wide. So it's not like the absolute maximum that I could maybe do with the Fiesta, but it was to do with like what is the better car in the 3 runs through the stage. And the results are in, and the winner is the Fiesta Rally4. The Fiesta Rally4 set a time of 4 minutes 43 seconds .1, whereas the Ford Escort Mk2 posted a time of 4 minutes 44 seconds .1. So a second of a difference from quite a many years worth of gap. I think the Escort first debuted in the Mk2 iteration in like 1975, and the Rally4 Fiesta debuted in like 2020. And yeah, that's the result of this battle, and we can see that even if it's quite a dull car to drive, it is faster than the mighty, well, I don't know if supercar is the right word for it, but the mighty beast Ford Escort Mk2 that provided so many wins in the World Rally Championship during mid 70s to early 80s, and even then on further within smaller championships as well. And yeah, that is the truly sad realization that development makes our beloved legendary old rally cars lose to quite low-end cars from today, and that is sad for us boomers like myself on this matter. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if this was a cool video, if you'd like to see more, something along the lines of this, battles of modern versus old, or if you have your battles in mind that I should do, you can also let me know those in the comments below. I've got a few of these in mind for the future as well, so I hope that you guys enjoy these, and we'll see more of them in the future. But yeah, that is all for now. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'll see you again at latest on Monday with another episode of Maximum Attack Mondays. Thanks for watching. See you then. Fucking shit, Mike. Bye.